Hi,
Hey
everyone.
everyone, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Lucy, and we run Sticker Guru, a stationery and stickers shop.
We created the Big Plans podcast to share the things we've learned over the past 6 years of running our own business.
Let's dive right into it. So, I was literally thinking about this question, but this is a question that we get a lot from our followers on Instagram. And I think it's a fun one. So, what would we be doing if Sticker Guru didn't exist?
I actually think about this all the time. I think my life would look
Very
very
different.
differently. So it's just like crazy to think about sometimes. But yeah, let's dive right into it. So let's just
Starting
start
off,
with.
when did you start working on Sticker Guru? And we'll just give some background information for you guys.
Yeah. So I started Sticker Guru in January 2016. I was a senior in high school. It was my last semester of high school. I had just finished, college apps, and I was really interested in the sticker and planner community at the time. And I really wanted to start my own shop. So I figured, I finished college apps. There's nothing my parents can say to
To like deter
make
you
yeah,
or
to
prevent you
deter
from.
me or prevent me from doing this because, school didn't really matter as much anymore. So I was like, now is the time to start.
Yeah, because our parents are really strict and they're traditional Asian parents where they're like, you must go to college
You
and
must go to college,
like college is everything.
you have to focus on grades, and just school was, like, the number one priority,
Yeah.
for them, so, like, if I wanted to, work on a hobby or something, they definitely would not have approved of that,
Yeah.
so that's why I kinda waited until after college apps.
Mhm. Yeah, that's smart. Okay, so for me, I started almost a little bit more than a year later, so February 2017.
Mhm.
I quit my job and joined Lisa then, and yeah, the rest was history. I can't believe it's been that long. Like I've never committed to anything for this long.
So what were you doing before working with me on Sticker Guru?
I was working at an influencer marketing company. So I feel like influencer marketing everyone understands it now. But at this point, when I joined in 2015, it was not something that everyone did or was familiar with. It's
Mhm.
definitely like was like a new
It was
marketing thing.
yeah, definitely new, and I feel like that was when, like, YouTube was really big, and,
Yeah.
like, being,
All
like,
those
a
like
YouTube beauty
mhm,
guru, influencer, that was really big at the time.
yeah.
Not so
So
much like Instagram, but yeah, YouTube.
yeah, like kind of Instagram, but definitely YouTube.
Mhm,
But I joined this company. I was the ninth employee. So it was a startup. And I worked with all these beauty brands. Like, if you name a beauty brand, I probably worked with them to help them build their influencer marketing program because literally they didn't exist before. So I did that for almost 2 years, which is weird because when I think about it, it feels like I was there for 5 years or more.
mhm.
Like, it just felt like such a long time. And while I loved my job, I also hated it so much. Like, on paper, it was my dream job. Like, I
Yeah.
loved everything I was doing, but I was, like, crying every day going to
Oh,
work.
no.
I was crying at work.
Uh-huh.
I was crying on the way
Literally
home.
having, like, breakdown, like,
Yeah,
it
like,
was just, like, would you say you were, like, burned out or
yeah, definitely burned out, but, like, I just, like, not happy. I don't know, like, I guess the work environment, like, I think having a good manager is really important, and I don't think I had that, so that was really hard.
Mhm.
And I was doing I mean, it's a startup, so you're expected to do a
Yeah.
lot of work.
Yeah.
So I was working, like I would go to work at 6 a.m., like, catch the
That's
earliest bus.
insane. That's
I Now that I'm
so
thinking back on
crazy,
it,
like
I'm like, "Whoa, girl, that's not happening."
yeah,
But, like
like, you know, that's just insane, like
well, like, I would catch the bus at 6 a.m. because that way I wouldn't hit traffic, so I could get there really fast, and, like, I liked working in the morning because nobody's in the office yet, so you get a lot of work done, and then I had calls with clients all day, so I didn't have time to do work. Then I would go home and work on weekends,
oh my
like
god.
and then I was also traveling a lot to meet with
I
clients, so
remember you'd have to, like, fly to New York, like, so
yeah,
often,
like, I was
or,
living
like,
on my
go to LA.
suitcase.
It was
Yeah.
that's crazy,
And,
like
like, on paper, it seems fun, like, I was traveling so much and, LA and New York, and there's fun cities, but
You're also
I
getting, like, free product, right?
yeah,
Like,
a
from
lot
these
of free
brands.
products. Yes, I do miss the free products, but I was so tired and I didn't have the healthy balanced life work
Oh, yeah,
balance that I
work-life balance.
yeah, I think I'm a better at it now. But at least,
Mhm.
working for us, you're like working for yourself. So all
Yeah.
the time that I put in, it doesn't feel draining.
Mhm.
So
It, like, directly goes back to yourself,
yeah,
and, you can set your own hours now, like, no one's
yes.
gonna be like, "You have to work at 6 AM."
I mean, I'm still gonna if I want to work at 6 p.m., I will do
I
it.
mean, if you want to, like, go for it, like, I'm not gonna stop you. But, like, also, I don't care if you like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you mentioned you were in high school,
Mhm.
but, like, what prompted you to start Sticker Guru?
Wait, I thought we were gonna save that for another
Oh, okay.
episode.
Okay, fine. I'll cut that out.
Okay, so let's go to this
The next question.
question.
Okay. Okay, so moving on to the next question. What else did you do while working on Sticker Guru in this
Yeah.
past 6 years?
Yeah, so I went to college after graduating high school in June 2016. So I went to UC San Diego, which is local to us. It's literally the closest
It's the
college
closest school, which I
to
think
my parents' house. Like, literally, it's 15-minute drive. It's so close. At the time, I didn't even realize how close it was, but now that I know, like, San Diego geography a lot better, I'm like, "That's really close." Like,
it is really close.
so I was, a college student. I studied computer science, and because I was doing Sticker Guru, like, kind of full time, obviously I wasn't dedicating like 40 hours a week, but I was a student doing Sticker Guru. I was also in a sorority. Um,
Mhm.
so just juggling all those things. I feel like I, did all of them pretty good. Like, I was able to, like, balance everything pretty nicely, and I still got, my 8 hours of sleep,
Okay,
which is
yeah.
very important to me, but yeah, I felt like I was just doing a lot, and at the same time, I feel like even though I was doing all these different things, I couldn't really commit to one thing fully.
Uh,
So yeah, that was definitely I felt like I was kinda, like, half-assing Sticker Guru and also, like, just doing the least as, like, a student. I wasn't part of any, like, academic clubs, which I
mhm.
know you were in a ton of them.
I started
Um,
I was
yeah.
president.
Like, you were very, like, focused on academics, I feel like, and, like,
Um,
extracurriculars, but
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, because I didn't have a business to run, but yeah, I
But you
feel
you
like
did have a job in
oh, I
college.
did. I actually had, like I would have, like, 2
You would
internships
have, like,
and my
2
part-time
yeah,
job. I don't know, I didn't sleep
you
a
were
lot.
doing a lot.
I
You were
was doing
doing a
too
lot.
much. I'm like, I would love to tell my younger self, "You're doing way too much, like, you need to slow down." But yeah, so Lisa and I actually lived together. It was, like, your sophomore year and your junior
Yeah,
year.
sophomore and junior year of college,
Yeah, we lived
we lived
together,
together.
pretty close to where UCSD is. We got a
Mhm.
dog together. But what I wanted to say is that while living together, I was shocked to see that Lisa, like, never stayed up late. Like, there's no
Rarely.
all-nighters.
No, like,
Like
I would never pull an all-nighter to study. I would I would be the student who, like, studies a week in advance for
yeah,
a midterm or, like, a final. Yeah, I just knew myself and, like, I know I can't pull all-nighters, and, like, cramming just doesn't work for me.
I'm like, cramming doesn't work for me, but yet I still do it, and that is how I got through school. Okay, so while working on Sticker Guru from
Mhm,
2017 to I started business school in 2019, so I guess in between that time, I was working basically full time on Sticker Guru,
mhm. Yeah.
and then I was also, like, preparing for business school and applying and all
Oh, yeah,
that, which
you were taking, like, the GRE.
yeah, that was the most I ever
And, like
studied. I was
yeah,
extremely
you
studious.
took, like, a prep class, I remember, for
Yes.
that.
Yeah, and then I went to business school. Business school grades don't matter too much, but, like, if you know me, you know I will stress about anything, so obviously I'm stressed about school.
Girl,
So I
you
did that
literally cried in AP Bio. because you got a B, like, that
I
was
got
your
B
first
plus.
B and a B plus, and you you literally had a mental breakdown.
I did. I went to my counselor and I was like, "I have to drop AP Bio because I got a B plus," and I was crying. Yes, so I don't know how I turned out this way. Actually, I do, but
That's a that's a
it's a different
whole 'nother
topic.
yeah.
Okay, so what would you be doing after graduation if not doing Sticker Guru?
So, I feel like like, towards the end of my college career, like, everyone was, stressing about finding a job full time, and, like, I just remember going to the career fair, like, every quarter, there would be, like, a career fair and then a bunch of
I
companies
hate the
come up,
career fair.
and I never wanted to go to the career fair, okay? Like, I have friends, like, all my friends, they would be like, "Oh, let's go to the career fair, like, do you wanna go?" And I would just be like, "No." Like, I genuinely did not want to go to the career fair, and I went, like, a couple of times, but, like, both times I just, like, was not it for me.
Yeah,
And,
go
like,
for the free stuff.
you'd have to, like, wait in these long lines, you
Yeah.
have to, like, have your elevator pitch prepared, and
Oh
then,
my god.
like, it was not for me, like, I did not was not interested in that, but, like, all my friends were, like, doing that and, like, doing interviews, and I was like, "Am
Mhm.
I missing something? Like, do I need to do this?" So, like, I applied for some, positions online, like, pretty much almost all job applications are, like, online nowadays. So, like, I applied to some because I was like, "I think I should be doing this."
Mm.
So I applied to Google's program. It was, like, their APM, Associate
Oh,
Product
yeah.
Manager,
Uh-huh.
whatever program,
Yeah.
and, like, they got back to me, and they're like, they offered me an interview for, like, an engineering role,
Yeah.
which I was not very happy about because I did not want to do, like, software engineering.
Yeah.
I wanted to do more, like, product manager stuff.
Yeah.
So I still scheduled the interview. I was like, "I feel like I should just do the interview." So I scheduled it, and then, like, if you don't know, for, like, engineering interviews, they're, like, very technical, so they ask you, like, a bunch of problems to solve. It's not your typical behavioral interview that I feel like most jobs do. So, like, you're supposed to, like, study for them. I did not study for it,
I remember you
and,
got
like
the product manager book,
yeah,
and
like,
you were reading that.
I had the product manager, like, it was, like, cracking the product manager interview. I
Oh,
also
yeah.
had the cracking the coding interview book. It's, like, this ginormous green textbook, basically,
Yep. I
and
can still picture it.
everyone who is an engineer, like a software engineer, they know what book I'm talking about. And, like, I had both those books, and I just could not get through them, it just was not interesting to me,
Mhm.
and so, like, literally 2 days before the interview, this whole time I'm, like, stressing because, like, I was like, "I should study, but I don't want to study, like, because I don't actually want this job at all." So, like, 2 days before the interview, I emailed I think it was, like, a recruiter or,
Uh-huh.
like,
Yeah, the
whoever handled
HR
yeah,
person?
like, the HR person. I emailed them, I'm like, I didn't wanna say, like, why.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause, like, at this point, I was like, I kinda wanna do Sticker Guru full time, so
Yep.
but I don't know, like, how to say that, so I just said I accepted, like, a different
Oh,
role,
yeah.
like, a different job, basically,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
and then they're like, "Oh, that's like, congratulations, like, that's okay," like, and then so I did not do the interview, and and yeah, so after that, I was like, "Well, I guess I'm doing Sticker Guru full time," like,
Yep.
and then I pretty much just stopped looking for jobs after that because I was like, "I clearly, this is not something I want to do," so
Yeah. I think it's like your gut instinct tells you, like, "Hey, you don't like to do that. Don't do it.
mhm.
Do this thing that
Yeah.
you do like." But I think
Uh-huh.
it's, like, very easy to be caught up with, like, looking at what your friends are doing, like, what your
Mhm.
classmates are doing, what you think you should be doing because, like, our parent, like, what
Yeah.
they say you should be doing. It's, like, very hard. I feel like there's a lot of peer pressure.
Mhm.
which I also experienced while going to business school.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to assume this question is for like me graduating from business school.
Yeah.
During business school, I did focus on entrepreneurship. Like I knew for sure I wanted to like that was my we had like concentrations. That was my concentration. But everyone was doing interviews, so I was like, I should probably be doing interviews for these internships during summer, and like the
You're like
only
I feel like you always have, like, an internship, like, especially in college, every single summer you had an internship,
I did,
and
yeah.
so, like, like, wasn't surprised that you were looking for one.
Yeah,
Uh
I, like, went to all the info sessions. I, like, went to all of them even though, like, I had no interest in working for these companies. The only one I was kind of interested in was Nike because they're in Oregon and, like, by Portland, and, like, I like fitness, I like fashion, so it was, like,
Mhm.
the only company where it was kind of a good fit.
Yeah.
But so I applied and I applied and I after winter break, all my classmates were getting responses back, like getting
Uh-huh.
interviews scheduled with Nike. And I was like, I haven't heard back from them. I guess they don't want me. And then a
Uh-huh.
couple months later, I check, or not a couple months later, but like maybe a few weeks later, I check my spam and I had gotten an interview with them, but it went to my spam.
Uh-huh.
So I
Uh-huh.
emailed them and I was like, is this still open? They're
And,
like,
like, hello?
no.
They're like, "We already hired everyone," like
I was like, "So, always check your spam." But I took that as a sign. I was like, "The universe is
Uh-huh.
telling me, like, clearly I only applied this one freaking internship, like,
Uh,
I clearly didn't care enough about it to, like, follow up with them, so,
uh-huh.
what I really want to do."
It was just a sign that, like, you
Yeah.
didn't need them.
Yes, and that, like, I really should be doing what I actually want to do.
Mhm.
So, but to answer the question, I would probably be starting a company because I did focus on entrepreneurship, and that is what I would like to do.
Mhm.
Or I'd be joining a startup or an incubator slash accelerator. Like I would love to help other people grow their companies. So I think that would be fun because you're like in a startup environment, but you're not actually doing all the work to be like to grow your startup. There's like less
Yeah,
pressure.
true.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah. Oh, and I realized I didn't answer the question fully of,
Oh
like,
yeah,
what would
okay.
I be doing? Like, if Sticker Guru did not exist, I think I would've had to go down that path of software engineering or whatever, like, working in tech. Yeah, if Sticker Guru, like, did if there was no planner community or no Sticker Guru, I think I
Mhm.
would be a software engineer, and I probably wouldn't even be living in San Diego because when I was, like, applying on those, like, online job applications, like, pretty much everything was in San Francisco, so I most likely would be living there,
In the Bay
which
Area,
is
that's
yeah,
crazy.
crazy to think about. But yeah, no, I'm so happy that I'm not because I very much like San Diego and the suburbs, and I don't know how I would deal if I was a city girl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think I would survive, to be honest.
Yeah, and besides, it's like San Diego has the best weather, so
The best
it'd be really
weather,
hard
like
to
yeah.
go to somewhere that it's, like, rainy and gloomy all the time.
Mhm.
Okay, next question. And this is a question we got from a follower, so thank you very much for
Mhm.
sending this in. Can this really be a full-time job? What's your take?
My take is yes. Yeah, I mean, this is our full-time job. This is, like, both of our full-time job.
This is our life.
And yeah, I think, well, when I stopped trying to look for a job after graduation and like really focus on Sticker Guru and like taking it very seriously, this was like around, March 2020. Right around when the pandemic started, that was when things really started taking off for us, and Sticker Guru
Mm,
was, like, on the rise, like,
yeah.
it was just, like, I guess, like, reaffirming that I made the right decision to take Sticker Guru full time, and yeah, so now it's our full-time job, and
Mhm.
it's the best, honestly.
It is the best. I would say if you are considering, like, starting a sticker shop or any sort of business,
Mhm.
I always say don't quit your day job, like, because you still have, like you currently have a job that's giving you income, like, you can
Mhm.
use that income to grow your shop,
Yeah.
and then once you've grown your shop to a point where, like, you have money coming in and you've shown yourself that you can quit your job and, like, depend on your business.
Yeah.
then you should definitely quit your job.
Yeah.
I would not recommend quitting your job and then going to figure things out. But
Mhm. Yeah.
that's just my personal opinion because I'm a very cautious person. But
No, I think that's definitely, like, a good idea. I feel like you should definitely, keep your current job until you can show that it's, like, sustainable to, do your side hustle, and, like, you don't want to just jump in without knowing anything, I feel like.
yeah.
So it's good to, like, have that backup.
Yep, yep, definitely. Okay, last question. I think the most fun question is
Mhm.
what is your dream career? And also, I just want to share a funny story about this because I asked Lisa like
Mhm.
10 years ago, what would she like, what's her dream job if she could do any
Uh-huh.
job and money didn't matter? And she was like, my dream job is to have no job, is to not
And,
work.
like, yeah, and, like, I think that's so funny now to hear that now because at the time when you asked me, it was, like, very casual question, like, if you could do anything, like, what would you wanna do? And, like, I didn't even think twice, I just said nothing, like, I said, "I don't want to work," and, like, I didn't even think twice about it, but that's crazy because now as, like, a 23-year-old, like, that's, like, a legitimate answer to,
hmm
not
But basically, it's
have
your,
to
I
work.
feel like you have the same
Um,
answer.
I was, like, thinking about it, I'm like, "That's honestly, my answer is still the same." My dream career, anything entrepreneurial, I can never see myself in a 9 to 5 job. So
hmm
anything that is, like, working for myself, but ultimately, like, the ultimate dream that's, down the road in a few years, hopefully, I would love to have, like, a passive
It's
income.
not a dream,
So,
it's a
like,
plan.
it's a plan, like
It's a plan.
I'd love to not have to work and just have that, passive stream of income coming in.
Yep.
And obviously, I recognize that to get to that point, it is going to require some work, but the ultimate goal is to not have to work, but still, having that income.
Yeah. I'm like the
Yeah.
opposite. I like working. I can't imagine myself not working, or I guess I just like take my work has always just been things related to my interests. So it never feels like, oh, this is work.
Uh-huh.
But ideally something that involves dogs. I love dogs.
Mhm.
And I feel like they just make me so happy, but still entrepreneurial. Um,
Uh-huh.
but like ultimately I'm confident that like I think what we have right now is my dream career, but
Yeah,
if
same at the moment, but,
yeah.
things could change, like,
Yeah,
you never know.
you never
And,
know,
like,
but
we both really love dogs, and I feel like one of our, like, wild business ideas is to, like, have something related to, like, how do you say, like, not like a dog business, but, like, a dog-related business, whether
yeah,
it be, like, I don't know, like, selling
dog
dog
fashion.
accessories or whatever, like, I feel like that would be really fun, honestly.
Yeah,
And
it
or, like,
would.
I don't know, like, just anything dog related, like
Like, you can bring your dog to work. I just wanna work somewhere like that.
Please, that's the perk of working from home.
That's true. I do like, we do have our dog at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely I would be something related to my hobbies and interests, which have pretty consistently been like fitness, beauty, wellness, social media. I
Mhm.
wish I had the discipline to be an influencer, but
Mhm.
I don't. Like I just know myself. I really do not. I have a lot of respect for people who can be influencers and I wish I could do that, but
Uh-huh.
I just I can't. But that
I
would be
feel like
cool.
it's, like, it requires a lot of creativity and,
Yeah.
like,
And like just
I
like
don't know, just,
discipline,
like,
like you
having
gotta
to yeah, having
consistently
to, like,
post.
create content is just it's a lot of work,
It's
like
a lot of work.
yeah. Especially since, like, now I feel like there's so many influencers and it's just, like, hard to stand out, I feel like. So, that is
Yeah.
definitely something that would be hard.
Yeah. It's fun to think about, but in reality, no thank you.
In reality, I'm sure it's, like, a lot of work.
So that is it. You guys heard from us. Thank you so much for sending in your questions. Like we said, we think our current job is like our dream job. I'm just really
Mhm.
happy to
Yeah.
be doing Sticker Guru.
It's definitely the best.
It is. It is.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Sticker Guru.
Check out our shop website, stickerguru.com.
You can email us at hello@stickerguru.com.
And you can watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/stickerguru.
Thanks so much for tuning in. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.